Hello, I'm Anand Naidu in Washington. The main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. Voter turnout in Afghanistan's second parliamentary election since 2001 was low amid threats and intimidation by the Taliban. At least 14 people were killed in a series of attacks across the country, and more than 1,000 polling stations had to remain closed because of security fears. Al Jazeera's Sue Turton is in the Afghan capital, Kabul.
Many polling stations in the centre of Kabul were very secure. There was no problem of people turning up there. They could quite easily come along with their voting cards, have an ink-stained finger and go home with no fear that the Taliban would find them and, as they threatened to do, chop their finger off. But many people just didn't turn out into these city centre polling stations. And so I think that is a culmination of that, and the fact that there were so many security threats across the country has added to this very low voter turnout.
More than 80,000 people attended an open-air prayer vigil led by Pope Benedict XVI in a central London park on Saturday. Earlier in the day, the Roman Catholic Pope expressed his shame and deep sorrow for the child abuse scandal. Elsewhere in London, thousands of demonstrators voiced their anger at the Pope's visit. Many of them said the Church has not done enough to address the child abuse crisis. 12 al-Qaeda fighters in North Africa have been killed in a gun battle with Mauritanian security forces. The fighting, in which at least 5 of Mauritania's troops were also killed, happened along the country's border with Mali. Mexican police say 2 officers have been murdered in the southern state of Guerrero, a region where several drug gangs are reportedly fighting for control. The men were in a group of 9 officers who were kidnapped by an armed gang on Friday. People in Bermuda are boarding up windows and stocking up on supplies as Hurricane Igor heads towards the island. The Category 2 storm is packing winds of 175 kilometers per hour. Forecasters expect the storm will hit Bermuda on Sunday, producing as many as 20 centimeters of rain and causing flooding in coastal areas. And those are our top stories. Don't forget you can keep up to date with all the news on our website, and you'll find that at aljazeera.net/English.